Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of the DAN Show, and welcome to my latest 2021 NFL mock draft video. Today, I'm going to break down the Las Vegas Raiders and what they're going to do with the 17th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Now, if you're new to my channel and you're a football fan, welcome home, because this is the place to be. The only thing I do is talk football, nothing else. Currently, I release new draft videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Plus, I go live on YouTube every Friday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. On the live stream, anything goes, and all your questions are answered. So listen, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell to get notified of all my latest videos, and hey, let's break down the Raiders. First and most obvious thing about the Raiders is the offensive line. Out of starters that started on the Raiders in 2020, 3 are gone. All right, 2 were traded. Trent Brown and Rodney Hudson were traded. So is Gabe Jackson's just been signed with Seattle. So recently, Richie Incognito and Denzelle Good. Denzelle Good, as I'm making this, was signed less than 24 hours ago to a 2-year deal. And it looks like Nick Martin will play center. And as of today, right now, as I'm making this video, Brandon Parker will be the starting right tackle. Now, this is a very deep draft as far as tackles are concerned. So you could put multiple tackles right here at pick number 17, and it would make a lot of sense for the Raiders. Personally, the player that I'm really kind of focusing on would be Elijah Vera Tucker. Now, he played left tackle his final season at USC, but most people think that he's going to be the #1 interior offensive lineman. Denzelle Good played both tackle and guard. So really, you could draft Elijah Vera Tucker here. You could play him inside or outside. Same thing with Denzelle Good. And that would make a lot of sense. Now, I have the Raiders going in another direction in the first round. However, if they do decide to go offensive lineman, the guy I think that they're going to take will be Elijah Vera Tucker. But you could take several different tackles in this draft depending on who you have ranked highest. If you look at mock drafts, you're going to see all sorts of variations on who's got a first-round grade, who's got a second-round grade, who would be the 4th best available tackle in the draft. In my mock draft, I already got 3 off the board, so whoever would be number 4. But like I said, if the Raiders go offensive line, the guy I think that they will take will be Elijah Vera Tucker. I think the Raiders use this pick on the defensive side of the ball. They hired Gus Bradley as their new defensive coordinator. He was formerly the defensive coordinator with the Los Angeles Chargers. And John Gruden and Bradley worked together briefly in Tampa Bay. Bradley was the linebackers coach in Tampa for last couple years of Gruden's tenure there as the Buccaneers head coach. I actually think that what you're going to see in Vegas is more of a Tampa 2 defense versus the cover 3 that he ran in Los Angeles. But either way, you're going to see a lot of Tampa 2 cover 3 in this style of defense. And one thing that will obviously need to improve is that the Raiders got 21 sacks last year. That number has to go way up. Now, there is several edge rushers available, and they did sign Yannick Ngakoue, I'm probably butchering that, in free agency, but you could go with multiple edge rushers here that make a lot of sense. But kind of the player I was looking at would be Levi Onwuzurike, and I'm probably butchering that name, so bear with me, my apologies. Most people have him listed as the #1 defensive tackle, and in this type of defense, he's a perfect fit. I actually think that if you do decide to go defensive line here at 17, I think Onwuzurike would be the pick more than edge rush, because you do have Max Crosby, who's played really well, being a 4th-round pick out of Eastern Michigan. You got Ngakoue on the other side. You don't have an interior threat, so Onwuzurike would make the most sense here versus an edge rusher. And the defensive line has to improve if the Raiders want to overtake Kansas City in AFC West. Ozer Ike is probably a little rich at 17, and the same thing can be said about his teammate Elijah Molden, who's been compared to Tyrann Mathieu, and this is a guy that you can use like a Swiss Army knife. He would probably contribute right away in the slot, could potentially play free safety, he can also play on the outside. Both University of Washington players here make a lot of sense. Both would contribute right away and may even be starters. You have to understand in the AFC West, teams play a lot of multiple wide receiver sets and formations. So Elijah Molden as a nickelback would actually be considered a starter. But I'm going in a different direction. With the 17th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, JOK, linebacker out of Notre Dame. Now, I apologize for butchering his name. And here's the deal. When John Gruden won the Super Bowl, Derek Brooks was a defensive MVP of the National Football League, and he led that team. If you're not familiar with Derek Brooks' story, when he was coming out of Florida State, he told NFL teams that he only wanted to play linebacker and linebacker only, and if you wanted him to play safety, just simply don't draft him. And that probably did hurt his draft stock because he ended up going in the second round, even though most people thought he was a top 15, 20 player. Now, he ended up having a pretty good pro career as he ended up in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I think JOK is very similar to Derek Brooks. His pro day is later in the week. It's a couple days after I release this video. And while I expect him to do very well, if he doesn't, I still think the Raiders take him here at 17. Here's the thing. He checks the box of a lot of things that the Raiders are looking for in the draft. They want players with clean off-the-field records. They like players from football factories, and they definitely need speed and athleticism added to the linebacker position. Now, originally, I had JOK mocked to Denver at 9, but I have Denver going in a different direction, so he takes a free fall here from 9 all the way to 17. There's a very good chance that JOK is not available at 17, so in this mock draft, the Raiders get really lucky and get really great draft value here at a position they really need. So, hey, listen, what did you think of the pick? Did you like the pick? Did you boo me? It's okay if you did, but look, drop a comment below. I want to know what you think of my mock draft, and I want to know what you think the Raiders will do with the 17th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Now, Wednesday, I am going to break down the Miami Dolphins and what they're going to do with the 18th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. So, hey, I will see you Wednesday.